Hey, good Saturday morning, my crypto friends. It is November 30th, 2019, 8:28 a.m. early and cold outside. Can't wait till June. So here we go, unscripted. And what is going on today? Backed Boss is the choice for vacant Georgia Senate seat. That looks like a nice pad. Endorsed by Governor Brian Kemp. Kelly Loeffler, CEO of the backed Bitcoin Futures Exchange, will be offered a U.S. Senate seat next week. So we're going to get crypto people into the government. Interesting. Backed Boss takes hot disputed spot in Senate. Loeffler will displace the previously offered candidate, U.S. Representative Doug Collins, defying the expectations for appointing the long-serving congressman. Okay. I should stop the sentence there. I know it's controlled by a computer, so the computer doesn't care. So, you know what? There's going to be a backed Bitcoin Futures Exchange CEO getting into the government. Well, maybe you can do some good there. We'll see. And all in all, it's not a very exciting article. But what's next? Bitcoin private review. What is BTCP? Yes, what is Bitcoin BTCP? Bitcoin private. Okay, there are many cryptos that have been forked from Bitcoin. Today we will be reviewing Bitcoin private and see what this coin has to offer and if it's any different from other Bitcoin forks. Because we have Bitcoin Cash, we have Super Bitcoin, and Bitcoin private. So what does this all mean? Launched in February 2018, Bitcoin private BTCP was created from a fork merge of Bitcoin. Okay. Look up BTCP, see what it's doing. And next we have some guy in handcuffs. Ethereum researcher arrested by the FBI, but Ethereum price is unfazed. Well, he's a researcher. Is he on the team, or he's just a researcher? Who knows? What's this saying? Ethereum founder member Virgil Griffith was arrested on Thursday for traveling to North Korea to hold presentations regarding crypto and blockchain technologies and their use for evading sanctions. Well, if you're going to North Korea, you probably kind of should expect some sort of hassle from the government. Ethereum price, however, has remained unaffected by the news. Yes, it's down. It's like 150 or something like that. U.S. Let's see. So, Manhattan U.S. Attorney's Office released an announcement about arresting Virgil Griffith. He's a U.S. citizen and probably an idiot for going to North Korea to talk about crypto and blockchain because I bet Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is doesn't want any Americans. I don't think he's American. Ethereum is Russian or something like that. Eastern European inventor. Okay, so you went there to talk about blockchain when nobody can afford to even feed themselves. Okay. So next thing, what we're doing, something's going up. Sideshift SLP token SAI gains over 30% in less than 24 hours. Crypto exchange Sideshift's SLP token SAI has scored remarkable gains in value this week. Its price jumped well over 30%. What, from 1 cent to 3 cents or something? I don't know. Look, it's pretty cheap. 3 cents on Thursday, from 3 cents per coin to 4 cents to 4.5 cents a few hours later, and to a record high of 4.73 cents on Friday. Also read Go Crypto SLP token starts trading. Simple SLP, by the way, is Simple Ledger Protocol, just in case you didn't know that. And a protocol is a set of rules that governs how something is handled through a network. Well, actually, through anything. Could be politics or finance or whatever. It's just a set of rules to govern how something happens. Okay, next. Well, that looks cool. I always liked airplanes. Bitcoin price to trade again at $8,000 soon. Well, it was pretty up there. I saw 78 US yesterday. It was down for a while. 71, 7. Might have even hit the high 6,000s at one point. I don't know for sure. So Bitcoin price has had a very positive week on the back of probably its worst one this year. Since Monday's dip, Bitcoin has gained 18% to current prices. Chart patterns and the lack of a major capitulation could indicate that the bottom is in and the only way is up from here. But there's one guy, gold-loving dude, that is predicting like $1,000 and stuff like that, because he's probably an anti-crypto guy. Although the blockchains are out, and there's everything's becoming blockchain enhanced. So we'll see. I'm interested to know. We'll never know, but in 10 years from now, what all these cryptocurrencies and tokens are going to be worth. But it's not a bad idea to grab some. So that's it. That's somewhat of a positive news article for Bitcoin lovers. And why is Russia mirroring China's anti-crypto stance? Because Putin is an asshole. Did I say that? I shouldn't swear on these newscasts. But anyways, he hasn't done a lot of good. There was a couple of things I remember that he did that was good, but few and far between. Like any politician, I suppose. Reports are emerging that Russia's stance on crypto has turned negative. The news comes in the wake of a week of FUD stemming from another Bitcoin ban in China. It's no surprise that central banks do not favor decentralized currencies in a world where they're racing to launch their own ones. Like China is creating their own crypto yen. But you're not allowed to have Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies there. China's only creating a blockchain to control their people more than anything. Their government is causing a lot of trouble, even in Canada. If you're a Chinese Canadian, I hear so many stories of Chinese Canadians being bribed by the government and told that their families will suffer if they don't do what they're told, even overseas in Canada. It's getting to be too much. We got to get Huawei out of here, and any other Chinese are getting into the school systems, learning Mandarin, and Canadian schools and universities are actually accepting this. They should really cancel those contracts and projects by Chinese governments, because they are seriously infiltrating our Canadian politics and way of life, and they're getting in on how people vote, and having Chinese Canadians report back to the Chinese government in exchange for not hurting their families. This is ridiculous. China's got to get their ass kicked or slapped around a bit. My God. Okay, enough politics. This was about Russia, but look, it said China, and that set me off. So, next. Let's keep this on the down low here. This is candid, however. So, what's next? Crypto community erupts over Ethereum Foundation's members' arrest. Yeah, we were saying about that guy, right? He got arrested in North Korea. He probably shouldn't have gone there. That was a big risk for him to do that. And these guys are saying, hey, wait a minute. Why'd you do that? On Friday, yesterday, the United States Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York announced the arrest of the Ethereum founder member Virgil Griffith for allegedly assisting North Korea in evading sanctions. Yes, okay. He was arrested. Now the story is sort of coming to light. He's helping the North Korean government by teaching his audience in North Korea how to use blockchain technology to avoid sanctions. Yeah, you shouldn't really do that. How to avoid sanctions. How about you just don't, act like a dickhead and starve your nation and blow stuff up all the time and threaten the world with your nuclear bombs. Maybe you won't have so many sanctions. Do I need to run the freaking country? Okay. Let's move on here. One thing I noticed, these cars don't have any commercial logos on them. So what's up? Bitcoin Cash double spend statistics invoke zero confirmation debate. A double spend statistic. So on November 28th, the creator of a Double Spend Cash, a web portal that tracks and collects double spend attempts on the Bitcoin Cash network, explained that only 1 out of 1,105 double spends succeeds when they broadcast 1 second after the first transaction. The website's creator highlighted that in most cases, only when submitted simultaneously can a double spend take place. Now, of course, I'm only making up the end of that, but it kind of makes sense. I did read something on that yesterday. So I think that people are trying to do that on purpose, but it's very hard to do. And Bitcoin is not as anonymous as you think. So anyways, what's next? We have a lovely map of German banks authorized to store and sell cryptocurrency in 2020. For a decentralized finances, the bank is sure getting in on that. That was the whole point, I think, of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and so on, to avoid the banking crap that people get involved with. So next year, German banks will be able to manage cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin after the 4th EU money laundering directive goes into effect. The directive passed in the German parliament, Bundestag, allows banks in the country to act as a cryptocurrency custodian, cryptocurrency custodians rather than rely on third-party custodial services. Well, like Binance or Coinbase or something like that. Although there's been a couple of incidences where these CEOs are getting killed or walking off with the keys to the entire exchange. So you got to put a lot of trust in your exchange to hold your funds there. I think Binance is all right, though. It seems to be very nicely regulated. So what's next? Who's this dude? Nouriel Roubini joins the anti-Ethereum brigade. Okay. This guy, Dr. Doom, once again lashed out against the perceived lack of value of crypto assets. This time he selected Ethereum specifically. Ethereum has no intrinsic value, Dr. Roubini believes, and he is known for trashing irrational bubbles, believes Ethereum will go down to zero as it has no intrinsic value. Well, Ethereum is an open source type of blockchain that you can create tokens. ERC20 is a pretty popular token for use of, gaming and casino type things and whatever else. So there has some value. It's almost like Unix, open source, Linux, Unix, and all that. I don't know, but Currently there is value. We'll see what happens. And that seems to be it. So overall, somewhat interesting. Russia and China aren't into cryptocurrency because that might give their people some freedom, and they wouldn't want that. Create some extra money for everybody. Heaven forbid. Okay, so that's it. This guy got arrested for trying to help the North Korean government. What an idiot. That looks like a nice place to live, but big heating bill. Alright, so that's our global crypto news for the day. Uncandid, unscripted, rip and read. And join my email list. You'll get some cool information. Here's some summaries of the reports I've done in the past. And I bid you a happy Saturday. On that, my crypto friends, be good. I'll talk to you next week. And during the week, I'll send some crypto news your way. All right. Cheers.